Alright, I'm back, and I didn't fail catastrophically. Yet. Ugh. Yeah, so, as you can see, these little thermal pads, which I didn't buy new ones of, and I probably should have, are disgusting. And the thermal paste, I'm going to try to show this to you guys, but this stuff is nasty. That is not what you want. You want it to be pretty smooth and thick. At least is what I've seen, but still a liquid. This stuff is, it's just chalky. It's disgusting. Look at it. It's like, ugh. Man, and they did a terrible job applying it. Just look at it. They threw it all over the sides of the die and whatnot. Like, come on, focus. What are you doing? Shouldn't take you 4 minutes to focus. Yeah. It's just really, really bad. It's all around here where the die is. Well, I'll clean it off real quick and you'll be able to see. But it's not looking good. XFX, I am disappointed. Now, I don't have 100% rubbing alcohol. I recommend 100% rubbing alcohol. But I don't have 100% rubbing alcohol. My face when. Everybody in G is wetting themselves as I do this too. Rightfully so. Just totally rubbed my fingers on the exposed pins like an idiot. I just want to give you a small comparison of what it should look like. I don't know if there's enough light, but it's just a mirror finish right there compared to what it has on it. The only reason it's blurry looking is because the camera's not focusing in on what's on the mirror. It's just focusing on what's in front of it, but it's just like really, really beautiful finish, right? But they did such a disgusting job with that thermal paste. And these thermal pads I'm not too excited about either. These things are stupid looking. This the guy, this Australian guy, Dan I believe his name is, who owns the company Singularity Computers, and he just does custom builds day and night. And if you want real advice, or hell, want to order a machine, I would probably hit up him on his YouTube channel or Facebook page, because I do builds, and the only ones I've done have been for free and for friends, and one person I didn't like just because I love building and just so happened they needed a computer. But I would not go to somebody like me unless you need quick advice about a very specific topic. So now you can see that the entire thing has that mirror-like finish. Oh, it focused on me for a second. That's pretty cool. I wonder if it will do that again. Hey, it does. That's pretty cool. Whatever, wasting my time. But yeah, it's got that. The entire thing has a mirror-like finish. I'm not exactly sure how I want to go about getting that thermal paste out of those grooves. There's all kinds of very sensitive devices on there. That entire thing just sits in the socket, kind of like a computer chip. Or, God, that sounded stupid. Kind of like the CPU when you build your computer sits in a socket. But this one's been soldered on. And I've heard rumors that they're thinking about selling motherboards with the CPU soldered on. And I don't really know how I feel about that. It's hearsay, but I've heard that the thermals would be better in some cases, but it would kill upgradability without buying a new motherboard. But when I thought about it, I've never bought a new motherboard and used an old processor, or a new processor and an old motherboard. I've always upgraded them at the same time. So I guess it wouldn't be too bad. This sucks. I have Q-tips. I'm gonna get those in a second. But it's like chasing this crap around. Yeah, this stuff is really, really nasty. At least it's not completely chalk like some thermal pastes I've seen. It's not even paste at that point. Yeah, it really is just like, hey, we gave you some chalk to help keep your CPU cool. Somebody's grinding metal outside my house. That's cool. It's only 8 o'clock, bro. I will tell you, I don't think you would be able to see it on the camera, but the PCB is actually a little bit bent because of how heavy this is. And God, it looks really nice. It's so funny though because my other one, my other 7950, also from XFX, only has the single 80mm fan, right? And it performs better temperature-wise, which is why I'm going to do this. And I haven't replaced the thermal paste or taken it off or anything. So that's just weird. I don't understand that. Suppose at some point I could go over some of the parts that I do know. Like all these little chips over here are RAM. These are chokes, capacitors to power the chokes. I think it goes MOSFET, choke, and then charges capacitor, or it could go the other way. The more I look at it, the more convinced I am it goes the complete opposite direction, but either way, I think MOSFETs regulate power. I don't friggin' know, man. I tried, and that's all I ever do. Who in the world is messing with wood? And why? Why is the more interesting question. Why wood? Why 8 o'clock? Okay. Don't worry, lovelies. Don't worry. I feel a little bit of torque on the bottom of the board, so I'm going to try to put just a little layer of something underneath it to keep that from happening. One more layer. Just because, while it looks like I'm being reckless, and probably am compared to people who have been doing this for a long time, I care a great deal about this piece of machinery. A very good deal. Aha! Very, very, very careful not to hit the traces. Slowly lift out the paste. Like I said, I'm not even going to call this a guide at this point. It's a log because I refuse to suggest to anyone ever to use any of these methods. Like this is wrong, and you can just tell it feels wrong while you do it. This stuff is disgusting. They used so much of it too. I may look up whether or not they actually wanted it to go inside of here, because if they did, I can't imagine why they would want it to, but if they did, I definitely want those little things to be covered. Whoever it is, really not in the mood. I lied, it's Amazon. I'm always ready in the mood for Amazon. I love them. The thing about thermal paste is that it's incredible stuff, right? It's incredibly important to get thermal conductivity. Just all these little gaps, micro gaps that need to be filled in, but the stuff can do the exact opposite if you apply it in the wrong amounts. It will just act like a high quality insulator. You could make a nice little Dutch oven with these things. I just have those ridiculous Starbomb songs stuck in my head. It's kind of surreal listening to Luigi's Ballad while you try to clean a graphics card. A very expensive toy. This has been a pretty long thing, so I might actually end up splitting this into something like 4 segments. And because I don't do editing, that means I'm just going to turn off the camera 4 times. Take some stills. My glasses. Just so swagalicious. Oh, these thermal pads are just... What is this material? I don't know. Like, can you see this? This is nasty. Hold on. I want a macro shot of my finger. Come on. Figure it out. Okay, so like this stuff right here. This is infuriating. Yeah, but that, like, it's sticky and I don't really know, like, what purpose it serves. Whatever. Well, I know what its intended purpose was. If I could learn how to speak English for a couple minutes. I just don't know if it serves that purpose well. That'd be a good time to point out that I did not locate my thermal paste in advance, which was probably a bad idea, but like I said, we're no professionals here. Yeah, this is a good time to split it. 15 minutes. Nobody watches these anyway, but 15 minutes is a long time.